Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pokemon Gold. This is turn 65. Let's jump into things. Okay, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is a real shite turn. we got incredibly unlucky and basically just fucked. Obviously it's not the end of the game for us, but this is gonna be this hurts really bad. So let's go through things. We completed Enchantment 8 on our way to Construction 8. We had Ininu cast another Future Fist Exploration. Yay, +1 Earth Gem for us. I got a Voice Vapsu with nothing. Your global enchantment was dispelled by another global enchantment. Or when another global enchantment was created. Dire Portent. Those that speak with the winds have always claimed that no man, beast, or spirit can truly claim to be fit to sit on the throne of the world without first claiming homage of the storm. Pewter City took Galegate away from us. So that means this was done with over 100 gems on their part. We cast a Latios quest. We cast a Latias quest. We cast an Augury, got nothing. Cast a Haruspex and got a Druid's Grave, which is a +1 Nature Gem, I believe. Yep. Got an Auspex with nothing. Arcane Probing with nothing. Your global enchantment was dispelled when another global enchantment was created. Venusaur is number 1, god of Celadon City, prince of the healing arts. He who hungers for the sun has cast a global enchantment. Suddenly, Discount Mew the Jirachi disappeared in a puff of smoke. Fuck me. Okay. The Jirachi's whatever. Again, we knew what we were getting into with the legendary bag here in the last couple turns after we, discovered things with the Lugia. The Jirachi is just kind of like the salt in the wound, really. In a single turn, we lost Galegate, which was like 160, 180 gems for us, something like that. And we lost Eternal Pyre, which we just put up, and that was another 160 gems for us. So, both of our opponents, one, Pewter City cast Galegate, so that specifically targeted my Galegate, and he did it with over 100 gems. Fuck. And then Celadon casts, what did they even cast? They cast Purgatory, because they're dealing with the undead, and I get it. Absolutely, I get it. 100%. Great spell to try to get on. But out of 4 other options, now that I've learned how global enchantments work, out of 4 other options, we get hit with it, and he actually did it with more than 80 gems. Fuck. We just lost, in a single turn, we just lost 40 gems per turn. And as much as I go back to the concept of, like, it's not, unless you have massive stores, it's not the stores that count. It doesn't matter if you have 200 gems. What matters is how much income you have. Because if you only have 200 gems, or if you have 200 gems and you only have 3 income, well, that's a very long time's worth of income, and you only have that much because you haven't been doing anything. Income means that you can continuously do things over and over and over again. So we just lost 40 income in a single turn. And we're not going to be able to get it back. We're not anytime soon, right? This doesn't mean that we're out of the game by any stretch of the imagination, but it is incredibly painful to deal with. Incredibly painful to deal with. Because we've been putting a lot of time and effort into that, into setting ourselves up for the legendaries, right? And then we get screwed on the legendaries. And then we've been setting ourselves up for this income surge, right? We have this massive research pool. We're getting super high in all of our researches. We're going to have this huge amount of gem income to be able to take advantage of the research and really just every turn just shovel out more and more and more and more things. And then bam, that income just gets cut out from under us. So like I said, this isn't necessarily the end of the game for us, but if we look back on the end of the game 20, 30, 40, 50 turns from now, this very well might be one of the big turning points. Which is just painful. That's just painful. We did get a Graveyard of the Damned with Dark Knowledge, which is a +2 death sight, which is cool. Our death sight is actually, our death gems are actually getting up there as far as income goes. Again, my income's not bad because I have a nice spread across and we're gonna be able to do things. It's just gonna be, we're not gonna be able to take advantage of all that we just kind of prepped there. Okay, so we searched for divine sights, didn't find anything. We got a couple of battles. So we got attacked in Vipitre, no big deal. We attacked in Spires of Ascension, again, no big deal. And aha! We were attacked in Grey Mountains by Pewter City, and in Erd by Pewter City. So neither of these battles is super important or anything like that. Like, there's nothing really to show here that's like, oh, you know? He's basically just sent some Team Rocket Grunt commanders along with some non-commanders, and each one of these summons 1d6 Raticates. So it's just a swarm of Raticates. And they're stealthy, and, I mean, pretty stealthy, right? Yeah, 60. So they can just kind of, like, rush around, and he's obviously gonna raid me. Cool. He needs to watch out. He's actually potentially gonna, like, these guys, well, they're 25 poison resistant. Maybe not. What about the Raticates? Oh, the Raticates aren't, but it doesn't matter. The Raticates, it doesn't matter if they die because they just get respawned every battle. That's cool. Okay, so interesting little raiding party, but unless he's gonna, now there are a couple things he could do, but unless he's gonna do something else, this is just a minor annoyance. A minor annoyance that we were, and probably still are, going to do to him as well. So Olivine City attacked Atlantis and won. This is in the province right next to their capital. This is one of the Furies, right? And we actually saw this. We got to see this. But this is one of the Furies from one of the globals that Celadon put up. And it auto-casts Darkness. Right? It's actually really interesting. It's got this super high armor negating death poison. It's got a armor negating touch that can I guess curse you. I don't really know. And then an armor negating weak poison with a poison cloud, ethereal, etc. Right? So this is actually pretty interesting. Unfortunately, this is Ishkur. Oh, he's attacking me. Wait. Yeah, he's attacking me. Unfortunately for him, this is Ishkur, the Steelix champion, who's fucking fully kitted the fuck out. And has a Frostbrand, so he doesn't give a shit about his ethereal. So all it's gonna take is like one fucking mollywop. Actually surprised. This is a 21 attack. Oh, he is getting hit. Okay, gotcha. Oh. Easy peasy. So there's a Irenas. There's one of the Furies down. Okay, cool. Okay, we got hit by Raging Hearts again. Absolutely shitty. Like, it really, really sucks that we keep getting hit by Raging Hearts, even after spending the gems to put up the fucking dome. I feel like this is so punitive. Like, I don't know. There are plenty of things that I could do, but I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know what the best move. The best move for doing this would have been to end the war with Olivine 20 turns ago. The best move would have been to probably, after I took Saffron City's area, talked to Olivine and been like, yo, look, we don't have to do this forever. Let me just have this and we can call it peace. Right? That probably would have been the best move. But fuck. This just sucks. It's bad turn. We got 2 fire gems though, so that's cool. We got found out in Old Forest. He is having a hell of a time. Now these guys have 2.2 patrol strength, but that's really not that much. He is having a hell... Oh, it's the Watcher. That's what it is. Watcher has 51 patrol strength. He's having a hell of a time finding my Battle Girl rubies over and over and over again. Azalea City, there's 50,000 things fucking patrolling here, so. Cured some afflictions, did some patrolling, got more diseases, got some promotions, etc. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on. Let's get through it. Olivine City front. What are we doing? We are attacking in Lost Canyon range, and this is kind of a mix of Violet City front as well. And we're attacking in Storn Woods. These are going to be very big battles. Hopefully we are prepared to win these very big battles, but we might not be prepared. Olivine City might actually come with this, surprise us and fuck us up, but we'll see. This is, again, like, this goes back to that concept of, like, I wish I had just put magic weapons on my people instead of the magic resistance buffs. I thought it was going to be doing a lot more thugging with my champions, and I thought the magic resistance buff was going to be super important. And I thought other sacreds, or just in general, like things like Amphiroses, because I knew from the very beginning that I was going to try to have Ampharos factories, right? I thought they would be able to carry me through whatever magic attack needs that I needed, right? But I am shown over and over and over again that that is a folly of logic. If you do not have magic weapons on your sacreds, if you don't have magic weapons, period, you get magic weapons. And done. End of story. So we're gonna be attacking in Lost Canyon range. We have Chuck. We have a bunch of other individuals. This is a pretty massive army. There's not a whole lot of crazy shit going on here. We haven't hit Army of Lead or Army of Gold yet. We just got a bunch of weapons of sharpness. Like a bunch of weapons of sharpness, because I'm trying to make sure I hit as many people as possible. I'm less concerned about whether or not I hit people with like a strength of giants or anything like that. My people already hit really hard, so that doesn't really matter to me. I will say this though, pull him over here and then he can do, because 1/3 of strength added, so that's like 1 point of damage. That's going to be 12 damage. So that doesn't matter. I don't give a shit about that. He can go forward and he can fight. So this is a big party, but it's also being reinforced by other individuals. We're bringing in Frass and Shaikal, right? Actually, they should be together. And I'm going to put them... Nah, I'm just going to put them in the center. It doesn't matter. So they're gonna do their shtick. And we're actually bringing in Dolgad with some hold and attack rear commands. These guys can actually be on the side. It doesn't matter. I've actually already sent this turn in. I don't know why I'm making these changes. Irrelevant. Dolgad's gonna come in and hit from behind. And from downtown, we're actually bringing in Imbla, the Latias. And she's basically just popping in and gonna do her auto quickening on the whole thing. So we're gonna see how that goes. Over here in Spires of Ascension, we have a similar scenario. But we're attacking into Stormwoods. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of conflict there or not. But we've got a pretty simple setup with all of our individuals. Big stack of Prodigy Black Belts. A bunch of Amphiroses, some Side Snakes. We've got some other stuff going on, anti-magic, enslaved minds, if we actually run into that scenario. We've got 3 Steelix champions ready, at the ready to light people up. Tarball at the ready to light people up. We've got a Kyogre that's going to be doing Serpent's Blessing, Foul Vapors, and potentially Mass Regeneration, which is super fucking cool. Right? Almost to the point where I'm considering putting... well, it's too late now, but if I continue to use Kyogre, I'm considering putting Mass Regeneration above of the other 2. So, we'll see how it goes. And they are getting reinforced by Brugner the Latios, who's kitted out a little bit and bringing in some replenishment nature gems for our Kyogre. And he also does quickening when he drops, so... just a fun little addition to the whole mix. Okay. So that's kind of what's happening in Olivine City. Hitting Lost Canyon Range and hitting Storm Woods is a pretty big deal. If Atlantis has told me that they're going to hit Greenwall again and that they're going to hit Olivine City this turn. So if Atlantis in theory has the coast all settled up, right? And I do decently here, I might just be able to walk up and finish everything with Olivine City. But we're just going to have to see. So over in Saffron City, we're not really doing much of anything. I had basically no... This is the money I had when I started this turn, by the way. Because for some reason, even though our income keeps going up, right? Like we keep the... I'm not sure the Ampharos factories actually work. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not sure it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. But as our income continues to rise, the gap between our income and our upkeep is it's because I have 50,000 units. I need to get rid of some of these units. I need to kill some stuff off. So, and I know that. I know that. I've been talking about it for turns and turns and turns, and I haven't done anything. I need to do something. So, we'll see how it goes. What else? Oh, right, I didn't have any money, so we're basically just told that in combination, like, just our closing income, upkeep versus income, plus this fucking thing every fucking turn. This literally accounts for, like, 500 gold. It's crazy. Like, I've lost so much gold off of, like, 8 castings of that damn thing. It's insane. Like, why do you have that many fire gems? Use them for something. You fuck. And use them for something positive for you, not negative for me. Jesus. We're really not doing anything else over in Saffron City. Doing a bunch of site searching, but that's about it. In Limerick, in Giant Spine, is actually attacking into Grey Mountains. We might lose this, but my assumption is he's probably going to immediately stealth and hit another spot, stealth, hit another spot, stealth, hit another spot. There's no reason for him to try to hold ground, but I do think one of the possibilities that what he might do is he might see who comes in, and he might try to mind hunt me and scatter armies afterwards. So that's a possibility. It's a possibility that I'm aware of. It's a possibility I don't really care about. So I'm going to hit Grey Mountains anyways. Mostly because there's 2 Earth Gems there. So we kind of went over Violet City already. In Three Pine Grove... oh no. We're moving Hrugner up to Storm Woods. We're actually moving the Articuno down to Cyanwood City, because we're probably going to start moving out with an actual army based around the Articuno and the Regice. Okay. In Viridian City, we're not really doing anything except for hitting Erd. So, big deal. We're gonna send Ekkas out with all the undesirables, and we're gonna see how that works. Lobomater is now patrolling here with this massive squad of Amphiroses. Great, fantastic. Okay. Before we head over to Cyanwood City, you might notice that there's a whole lot of arrows going towards Dathan. That is because I'm bringing some Battle Girls, Black Belt Goes, etc. And we are bringing Jorah out with all of these units. And they're coming out purely for the concept of we're going to try to blood hunt. I'm going to try to blood hunt and try to get some blood slaves up. And I'm probably going to start trying to save nature gems to summon a Lamia Queen in the hopes of getting some blood. Blood is something that is completely wide open. I don't think anyone really has any blood because none of the Pokemon nations really have any blood. So it's something that we're going to try to mess around with. And if we get kind of lucky, we already have a Ring of Sorcery. We already have a Ring of Wizardry, right? If we actually get some blood and we get some blood slaves, we could very quickly just race up blood and potentially do a lot of stuff. So we're gonna see what happens there. It's something I've been talking about for a while, but haven't been doing. So, not doing anything in Impassable Mountains, first turn in a long time. Sneaking a Nino over to Three Pine Grove to do our next Future Fist, which sounds good. In Cyanwood City, we are recruiting nothing because we had no freaking money. And we're not really doing anything crazy. We're doing a bunch of forging for just basic gear. Girdle of Might, Burning Pearl, Crown of Lead. We're doing a Flask of Holy Water. But we are making 2 other boosters this turn. We're making a Bag of Winds, which is costing most of our air gems, which is unfortunate. But that means that we now have access to Air 5 if need be, right? Because we can put a Bag of Winds and a Air 5 on a Taskmaster, right? We already have Air 5. We have Air 6 on Photographer. But we have Air 5 on a Taskmaster if need be. And we have other people to be able to do things besides Cameron the Photographer. So, Bag of Storms is going to be a pretty useful item for us, but not like a crazy item. The Skull Staff is actually going to be pretty interesting because the Skull Staff, in combination with a Ring of Sorcery or Ring of Wizardry, allows this Kokithiid to be a Death 5. And we have Lichcraft. So I can start summoning Liches, and I very well might start summoning Liches. I could kit them out very basically, and then have them start doing some fun stuff. And that's pretty much it, honestly. We're moving a couple of other things around and about. We're moving Benna out with all of these Poliwraths and all these Glaceons and these Vaporeons and everything like that with the Regice, and then we're gonna have the Articuno with them soon. And we're kind of just ambling in a direction towards Viridian City, right? The concept being that more than likely I'm either going to reach an agreement with Violet City, which hasn't happened yet, and go this way, or I'm not going to reach an agreement with Violet City, and I'm going to go this way, or I'm not going to reach an agreement with Violet City, and I'm going to go this way. I don't know which particular direction that is yet, but I know it's going to happen in a couple of turns, which is why I'm already kind of like directing a bigger army out in that direction. Right, this is a 107 stack. With the whole Regice and Articuno scenario, it's actually going to be relatively dangerous as far as an army goes. As far as just like a unit army goes. But it doesn't really have any real reinforcement. I might send out some swimmers here in a little while, and it might be like a very ice-themed army, but I don't know. I'm not sure that that's going to be very useful. We'll see. Basically, I've got a shit ton of units, and I need to either use them or kill them, and the time is now. I said the time is now, but really the time's going to be in like 10 turns when I can actually arrive at a fucking location. So. I'm considering... So here's another thing that we have, right? We've got these schoolgirls. This is a issue because these guys aren't leaders, right? But we've got these schoolgirls, right? And I could actually legitimately take some of these schoolgirls and I could send them to school. I could straight up just like actually send them to school and let them gain experience. And as they gain experience, they're going to get leadership ticks. So they're going to be able to lead more and more troops. And then I could actually have them kit them out with some very simple boom boom, and then this one can do gateway. 10 fucking pearls, and this schoolgirl can take a army 6 provinces away, and 6 provinces away is pretty far. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces, right? That's halfway across the world, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces. Like you have to own you got to go from a lab to a lab, right? But that means that instead of moving an army 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to Viridian City, I can go from Cyanwood to Viridian City. Boom, done. Army transported. End of discussion. So that's something that I'm kind of like looking into. It's a combination of like I can send some of these schoolgirls to school and then use some crowns of command, which are very easy for me to make, right? Even after losing stellar focus, I still get a very hefty 15 astral pearls per turn, which is very good. Thank you, Saffron City. I absolutely appreciate that. But that's going to let me potentially have a little bit more mobility and flexibility in where my armies are and what I can do with them. But we'll just have to see. It's something that I'm interested in, but I got a lot of moving parts and pieces. One of the reasons why it came up was because I was trying to figure out, like, we've got this Uvini here, and she actually has 220 leadership. But she's leading like 7 things. And this high school is really not making any use right here. So I was considering like pulling in. I was thinking about what else could I pull in, and then I thought about schoolgirls and stuff like that. It's an option. In the next turn or two, we're probably gonna put something up on Viridian City. We're probably gonna put a university up on Viridian City because I feel like 16 gems at this point, in order to double the speed with which these all level, is absolutely worth it, especially if I'm going to be trying to shovel these guys out, which I think I'm going to. Alright, anyways, I think that is probably the end of the turn. Research, we're 2 turns away from Construction 8. We're going to run up Alteration. It'll take us a few turns to get to 9. Once we get to 9, we'll have Army of Lead and Gold online very easily. We've got, right now, we've got 5 easy casters for it, because the Steelix champions can actually be kitted out very easily. This guy's got a chest wound from that fight. Interesting. That's dangerous because his encumbrance can get very, very high now. Anyways, yeah, so there's definitely the option that the Steelix champions transition away from like super combatants into more battle casters, right? But we'll see. Okay, that's pretty much it for the turn. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.